In this video, I'm going to be discussing and explaining the harsh realities of trading Forex and trading in general from 5 years experience. So if you guys want to know what it's really like, it's not what you see on social media, then keep watching. Also, quickly guys, I just want to say thanks to everyone that's subscribed. We're a new channel, we're trying to grow and trying to help as many people as possible. So I would appreciate if you enjoy the videos and you like them, please do like and subscribe. We're trying to gain subscribers and just grow this channel as best we can really, so I'd appreciate if people were to subscribe, only if you get value. And yeah, let's get into the video. So I'm sure most people, when you say the term Forex, especially people who aren't in the industry, a lot of people assume it's flashy lifestyle like cars, watches, because that's how social media has portrayed trading to be. And I was like that when I first got into trading back in 2016. I looked at these influencers or these traders. It wasn't maybe as popular as what it is now, but there was definitely the thing that enticed me was the watches, the cars, the Ferraris, and it looked lucrative business. But the harsh reality of that is, again, you can make a lot of money from trading. It takes a lot of time. It's not as quick as what everyone thinks. That's one thing that I learned. I thought, understand what I need to do and I'll quickly start making money, but it takes a long time, it takes a while, and I think the problem is like I say, the social media, the films like Wolf of Wall Street. Who doesn't love that film? Like, it's a great film, but that's what entices people to get into it and perks people's intrigue. But the reality is, and the reason why a lot of people aren't successful is because they either expect that quicker than what it actually takes. Like I say, I've been trading 5 years. I'm still on my processes and journey. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm an example of someone who's kept going, kept trading 5 years on, and progressing. So I think we have to understand that it's like any business or any industry. It takes time. It takes a lot of effort. Any business you set up or any degree or any job you go for, you don't just start doing really well. It takes time to learn the skill set and progress. So I think it's important that people new to trading understand that I always say 3 years, treat it like a degree or treat it like a job or treat it like any other business you were to set up. And yes, you can make good money, and I'm sure there's lots of people doing extremely well. It can be a very lucrative business, but it takes time, and the reality is you don't start making money quick, and if you do, you're probably not consistent. It takes a lot of time. Not to say you won't get there, of course you will, but it takes a lot of time, and just be aware that it could take 3 to 5 years to learn to even get consistent. The reality that I've learned on this journey was definitely I thought that I thought people were hiding these secret strategies that were just making people money. Like, these top people know exactly what they're doing. The successful ones are keeping it to themselves and they're charging money, and then you will learn from them and they'll give you a strategy and you'll start making money. I literally assumed, just give me a strategy, give me the information, I'll run with it. But that was not the truth, and you need to understand that strategy is just a small part of it. Once you know what you're doing, you then have to execute it. You have to not allow any external things to influence your decision making. A good month and a bad month can be, well, the difference between a good month and a bad month can be 1 or 2 bad decisions. You could be down 5% or up 5% if you just don't make that one decision. And it's a small decision, but that's what could determine your month. So I neglected psychology a lot. I thought when people were talking about, your psychology and mentality, I just thought, just give me a strategy. I just want to trade the strategy and I want to make money. But I learned quickly, especially in the community I was in. If in the community I was in, there'd be people that would all be trading the same strategy. But at the end of the month, there'd be some people plus 8%, there'd be some people down 5%, there'd be some people at break even. So if it was just down to the strategy, then everyone would have the exact same results. But the fundamental point is people take things they shouldn't take trades they shouldn't take, they make decisions they shouldn't make through their emotions, because of their emotions. So when I started to realize that, I then learned actually it's not just about the strategy. Strategy is a big part of it, has to be profitable, but it's also about how you execute it and being as non-emotional as possible. No trader has a 100% win rate. I always took losses personally. at the start. I was like, if I took a loss, that means I did something wrong. And sometimes you can take a loss and it can be the wrong decision. But sometimes, because no strategy is 100% win rate, you don't win 100% of the time, you have to understand that a loss isn't necessarily bad. If you take the trade and it was a perfect decision, you took the correct process, you executed the trade as you should, the outcome of the trade, even if it's a loss, should look as a win to you. It should be a win in your mind, because if you keep doing that same process over and over again, that's what will make you the money. And I thought initially a good trade is a winner. Start making money, that's fine. I won, even if it was just a luck, a gamble of a trade. And a bad trade was a loser every time. But the reality is that isn't true. If you stick to your plan and you have 3 losses in a row, but that was the perfect trade every time, it just happened to lose, that was the sequence of losses, then that's a good trade. That's not bad. The loss, oh, I was down X amount of money this week. That's fine. That's perfect. You made the correct decision. That's exactly what you should be doing, because you do that again and again and again. At the end of the month, you'll probably be up. So losses aren't always bad, and I learned that quite quickly, because as soon as I got into the community I was in, I learned that, and it was important, because if you're just looking for wins all the time, that's not going to happen. You're going to get disheartened, and you can't take the losses personally. You can't control the outcome of the trade. You can only control the process, and you can only control the execution of the trade. So there's not really much else you can do other than take the trades as you should, and that's all you can do. Also, another point is, if you're trading properly, your day should be boring. It shouldn't be entertaining. It shouldn't be like you're gambling and getting that euphoric joy, because if you're doing that, then that means you're going to come on the come down and feel depressed if you have a few losses. You have to be able to control your emotions, and it should be logical. Are there any trades today? Yep. Okay, you know exactly what you're looking at. Are there any? If there's no trades, you put the computer down and you don't look for anything. It should be very logical, non-emotional, which means there's days where there isn't anything to do. And when you see the films and you see everything going on online, that you see this big fun lifestyle, and the lifestyle part can be fun, but the actual trading itself should be a process, a logical process. So the days where you don't do anything, and there's days where you're busy, but it should all be, it's not as fun as what you think. Obviously, that doesn't mean that trading isn't fun and enjoyable. I just mean the execution of the trade should be non-emotional, should be quite logical. I enjoy the process of trading. I enjoy looking at opportunities. But in terms of the day-to-day, a lot of it's waiting around for the opportunity and literally being patient. So obviously, it's enjoyable taking the trades and the process, and obviously it can be lucrative when you get to a large amount of capital. But general day to day, a lot of it's waiting, it's patience, and executing the trades like 2 seconds. All your day is planning, waiting for the opportunity. So you've just got to be patient. As I briefly mentioned, I'll just touch on it again. Even a perfect strategy won't make you money, and I won't hone on this point too much because I've already made it in the video. But yeah, just got to be cautious of the mindset. Combining the two together is what makes you a successful trader and give you the chance to succeed. And if you don't take that seriously, you might have one aspect but not the other. So it's important to not neglect the mindset part, which I did at the start. And then I was really shocked, because I actually realised I'm not as good mentally as what I thought. Maybe I was for me, I was a bit more risk adverse, so I wouldn't take trades. So I'd have a few losses and I'd be fearful to take the next trade. But I know of people in the industry that were the other way. They would lose a couple of trades and not be hesitant at all to take the next trade, and that would mean they'd take bad quality trades and get themselves even deeper in a hole. So you have to understand that only comes with experience. So, but they're all the things I didn't realize when I first started trading. So it's important to know that. So if you guys like the video, please like, subscribe. Obviously, like I said, we're growing, we're new, so any likes and comments and obviously subscribe, it will really help. And appreciate you watching the video. Hope you got value from it, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.